In this video, we've picked 5 of the most popular compost spreaders on Amazon. But not just by looking at ratings, these were selected after real hands-on testing to see how each one actually performs in different yard conditions because, let's be honest, the best spreader really depends on what you need. Some are better for small lawns, others are built for big jobs. Some work great with fine compost, others handle chunkier material without clogging. We tested them all with that in mind, so whether you're a weekend gardener or a lawn care junkie, this should help you pick the right one for your setup. At number 5 is the GCCSJ 27-inch compost spreader. This one's definitely for someone who wants something simple, affordable, and light enough to handle without much effort. I tested it on a 1,500 square foot backyard lawn. And while it doesn't feel premium, it does get the job done for casual top dressing. The metal mesh basket spreads material evenly enough, especially if your compost is already sifted. The 27-inch width is a nice upgrade from smaller models, and the adjustable handle helped reduce strain during use. But keep in mind, the overall construction feels a bit lighter compared to the rest, and the latch system isn't as tight. So it's not something I'd use on uneven terrain or with damp, clumpy compost. Still, if you only top dress once or twice a year and want something that won't break the bank, this one will cover the basics. At number 4 is the Vevor 24-inch compost spreader. Right away, this felt sturdier in the hands. The powder-coated steel frame adds noticeable weight and balance. I use this one to spread a compost and peat mix over a sloped front yard, and it handled the terrain without shaking loose or jamming. The handle height is adjustable and more ergonomic than some cheaper models, and the mesh basket rolled smoothly with no bending or warping, even when full. What stood out were the upgraded latches. They stayed secure even on uneven patches. Compared to the GCCSJ, the Vevor feels more finished, and I'd recommend it for homeowners who want to top dress every season or do spot leveling throughout the year. It's not commercial grade, but it's reliable, and it doesn't fight you while you work. At number 3 is the Tailor 36-inch Towable spreader. This one's a completely different kind of tool. I used it behind a riding mower over a large 8,000 square foot backyard, and the time it saved was massive. The 36-inch width lets you cover ground fast, and the mesh drum breaks up compost pretty well on the go. The real benefit here is that you can switch between towing and manual pushing, which I did to reach edges and tight areas. Assembly took about 15 minutes, and everything fit together without issue. The roller is well balanced, but I'll be honest, this isn't something you want to push for long if you're not using the towing feature. For large yards, this is a workhorse, but if you only have 1,000 to 2,000 square feet to cover, it's probably more machine than you need. At number 2 is the View 24-inch compost spreader. This one impressed me more than I expected. It looks basic at first glance, but the performance held up well during testing. I used it to spread moist compost and screened topsoil, and the diamond pattern mesh really helped break up material as I rolled. The drum turned smoothly and didn't leave clumps or uneven patches. One key difference here is the dual-side latches. They felt tighter and more dependable than other mid-tier spreaders, and the basket stayed closed through bumpy terrain. The steel frame also felt stronger than you'd expect at this price. It's heavier than the GCCSJ, but still easy to push. I'd say this is the best mid-range choice for anyone with a medium-sized lawn who wants quality without going all in on a high-end brand. At number 1 is the Landzie 24-inch compost and peat moss spreader. I've used this one the longest, and it still feels like the standard to beat. The build quality is immediately obvious. Everything from the weight of the drum to the way the mesh rolls tells you this was built with care. I used it for full lawn top dressing, peat moss application over overseeded grass, and even sand leveling, and it's never clogged or jammed. The latch system is by far the most secure, and the hinged door makes refilling easy without spillage. The long handle with grip comfort lets you push it longer without fatigue, and it just feels balanced. Yes, it's more expensive, but you're getting something that's going to last for years, and it comes with a lifetime guarantee, which no other brand in this list offers. If you're committed to serious lawn care or plan to use a spreader multiple times per year, this is the one that delivers pro-level results. That wraps up our breakdown of the top compost spreaders you can get right now. Hopefully, this helped you figure out which one fits your lawn, your workload, and your budget. If you've used any of these yourself, or if you have questions about which one to go for, drop a comment. I'd love to hear your take. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.